The man has been refused bail following an alleged shooting south of Sydney on Easter Sunday. Daniel Jean Murray is accused of storming into his sister's home in the Illawarra and firing several shots with an unregistered gun. Neighbours say they heard screaming followed by 4 or 5 shots. No one was injured. Mr Murray's been charged with 5 offences, including aggravated break and enter. Public health advocates say lives could be put at risk by social media sites automatically censoring posts aimed at warning people about illicit drugs. Pill testing services use social media to distribute updates on dangerous, contaminated or unexpectedly high-strength drug batches. But organisations, including Pill Testing Australia and CanTest, say they have had public health alerts removed and accounts suspended after automated content moderation systems flagged their posts as promoting drug use. They're calling for platforms such as Facebook and Instagram to ensure warnings aren't taken down. She owns an Olympic gold medal, is a world champion, and now American Sha'Carri Richardson can call herself a stall gift winner. The 26-year-old is just the 3rd woman to claim the 120-metre handicap race off scratch, crossing the line in 13.15 seconds.
Thousands waited in anticipation, eager to watch Stall's headline American act.
Away, she looked a bit slow.
A false start dialing up the tension and giving Sha'Carri Richardson a second look.
Away, Richardson got out pretty well.
Within seconds, she'd picked off the women's field one by one, leaving just Charlotte Nielsen to be hunted down.
Sha'Carri's running her down. It's so close. She's got up. Stall has its most famous winner ever.
The sprint world champion is just the 3rd woman to win from scratch.
Just make sure I'm patient that first 10, like me and my coach Christian today told me, and just executing the race.
Boyfriend Christian Coleman couldn't produce an All-American double, finishing his semi-final in 6th.
Christian's a long, long way back. Singleton slowing, and I reckon Woods has got him.
I gave it everything I got. Like you said, they're great athletes. So when you're giving up that much of a margin, I mean, it's pretty tough.
21-year-old South Australian Olufemi Komalafi took out the men's gift.
And he's done it. It felt like a date with destiny for the youngster.
Kathy Freeman was in the Central Park crowd 3 decades on from her handicap heroics in 95 and 96.
And it's just a lovely time in my life where I can reflect after 30 years about something so incredibly kind of special.
A storied honour board now stamped by a global superstar.
This is one of the most exciting, fun, and entertaining track meets I've ever ran in. Not even just that, but the love, the true love and support for track and field.
Jessica Stewart, ABC News.
Hawthorn has pulled off an Easter Monday classic, securing a 1-point thriller over arch-rival Geelong in the dying seconds. The Hawks broke their run of 5 consecutive losses against the Cats to deliver Sam Mitchell the perfect present in his 100th game as coach.
A packed MCG playing host to another Easter Monday classic. Geelong's defence was slow to start.
And Newcombe was able to spot the man on his own.
As Jack Gunston opened the Hawks' account and another Jack cashed in. Geelong needed to stop the bleeding and quickly they did.
After the Hawks kicked the first 2, Geelong respond.
Geelong booted the first 3 of the second term, but keeping momentum was never going to be easy.
Applies a brilliant tackle, Watson. That is rewarded. Good footy.
Hawthorn responded with Nick Watson setting up Gunston's second, and the veteran returned the favour.
He had the Wizard on the move.
The Wizard had the magic touch, and this rivalry was living up to the hype. Geelong booting back-to-back, taking a 9-point lead into half-time.
He doesn't mind the celebration either.
The third term lost its mojo slightly, just 4 goals kicked for the term, but if anyone could make it exciting...
A decisive yes.
4 points the Hawks buffer to run home, but the Cats began to run rampant, booting 3 on the trot.
The blitz in game 299.
In Sam Mitchell's 100 game in charge, they'd need more to ruin this party.
But the Hawks go bang, bang. And it tightens up again.
Emotion filled the MCG and Geelong went into full attack mode.
And it gives Geelong the lead by a goal.
Then, with 1 minute left on the clock...
Oh, square at the MCG.
And all Hawthorn needed was a score.
Like Jimmy Bartel all those years ago. Is that the winning point?
The veteran pulling off the sweetest point. Alexia Pesce, ABC News.
The Bulldogs are the only undefeated team in the AFL, but keeping that title is set to get tougher as they prepare to be without ruckman Tim English or Australian Ed Richards and forward Artie Jones. The Dogs beat a defiant Essendon by 34 points last night, but it's come at a cost. Scans have confirmed English suffered a medial ligament injury in his knee, with the club still working through how long he'll spend on the sidelines. Jones is expected to miss up to 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. Richards will be a watch this week after pulling out of the warm-up with a knee tendon issue. The club's unsure of a timeline to return to play for the trio as they head to Gather Round to face the Hawks on Saturday. West Tigers have moved up to second on the NRL ladder after a thrilling 22 points to 20 win over the Eels in Parramatta. A crowd of almost 30,000 witnessed a dramatic Easter Monday game that was decided in Golden Point extra time.
It's a big game, folks. It's a cauldron-like atmosphere. The stadium was sold out for the Battle of the West. The Tigers found themselves in a sticky situation as the home team struck first. He must have Dungo on the fingers. Parramatta powered to a 10-0 lead. He scored the big fella. The Tigers regained their rhythm from previous weeks. Wests kept the ball alive to take a 2-point lead to the break. At the start of the second half, things were still looking up for the Tigers.
What a catch! Tavana!
The game turned when Bailey Simonson suffered an ankle injury and the Tigers went a man down.
In a bit.
Simonson's replacement, Appa Twiddle, scored with his first touch in first grade. Trinkle Toes Twiddle wasn't finished and the scores were level. The two teams traded penalty goals and there was nothing between them after 80 minutes. Wests were given a penalty in Golden Point when the Eels were offside, leaving Jock Madden with a shot at goal for the win. Rarefied air for a team that hasn't made the finals since 2011. Duncan Huntsdale, ABC News.
Graham Arnold has received a hero's welcome whilst touching down in Australia after leading Iraq to its first FIFA World Cup in 40 years. Hundreds of members of the Iraqi community chanted and banged on drums as Arnold arrived at Sydney Airport. Iraq was the final nation to book a ticket to the World Cup after beating Bolivia 2-1 in the Interconfederation playoff last week. Arnold says he was shocked by the reception.
It's crazy, but I didn't expect this here in Australia, obviously in Iraq, but it's incredible.
Let's check on tomorrow's weather around the country now. A high chance of showers in Melbourne, sunny and a top of 30 in Sydney and Brisbane, chance of morning fog in Canberra, a possible storm in Darwin, mild conditions in Perth, a light shower in Adelaide and wet in Hobart. That's the latest from ABC News. Do stay with us. The business is up, followed by The World with Girish Salnani. I'm Yvonne Yong. Bye for now.
New York is the richest city on earth. It's also one of the most unequal.
The working families who live in this community can't afford it. Rent keeps going up and up.
New Yorkers are pinning their hopes on the city's radical new mayor.
Zoran Mamdani has ignited real hope and fierce resistance. It's America. You can't afford to find another apartment.
Are you worried that you may have overpromised?
The promises that we made were at the scale of the crisis.
Maybe you can actually get something done. That's the hope.
Foreign Correspondent, tomorrow at 8 on ABC and ABC iView.
Ordinary Australians with an extraordinary gift.
To share my love for piano to the world.
With such heartache.
I cope by playing the piano.
With such joy and love.
Darling, I'm only here for you. Look at how she looks at him. I got goosebumps just then.
I did too.
Holy moly.
With 5 musicians playing their way to an unforgettable concert.
We want this to be a beautiful moment.
The Piano, Sunday 7:30. Or stream the full season on ABC iView.
Someone's been murdered. Get to the bottom of this, Murdoch.
No single act is undertaken without a reason.
I'm Detective William Murdoch.
Not the copper.
There may not be a keener mind in any police station anywhere.
Never a hair out of place on him, is there?
I am just a policeman.
What?
Yes, sir. But you're terribly handsome.
Murdoch Mysteries. Stream now on ABC iView.
Making a good impression.
You have to win them over with your personality and people skills.
It's harder than it looks.
I'm happy with a handshake.
Oh, could this day get any worse?
Comedy that leaves an impression. ABC iView.
The podcast ABC Business Daily breaks down what's happening in the world of finance.
Markets in turmoil.
Carrington Clark and Alan Kohler unpack what it means and why it matters.
Welcome to ABC Business Daily.
Available now on the ABC Listen app. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander viewers are advised that the following program contains images and voices of people who have died.
We believe in what we're doing and our values and morals and things we're trying to instill into our kids.
It's my culture and I feel like it's important to stay connected to the roots.
Everyone comes together and Kabaddi's the mother game for us.
Some of them have the same experiences with the group. They can have a laugh and talk to other ladies.
I feel like it's time for me to give back and be here in front of more people.
Some athletes will go anywhere and risk everything to play the games they love. In this series, you'll see them in 2 of the toughest sports in the world, about as far away from the big time as you can get. We'll meet some international journeymen who are bringing their cultures and experiences to Australian sport. And we'll talk to some men and women who can always find what they're looking for at home.
Listen now, Gogaji. So first home game. I think everyone's excited and a bit nervous, but let's just play with heart, eh? Because we've got all our family here watching and friends, so let's do them proud. And it's hot, so smart footy. You know, no fancy stuff. It is good, and we do want that, but let's just get a comfortable lead first, and then you can show off your skills, you know? Come on, girls,
For someone like me who has spent a lifetime devoted to Australian football, this feels like a pilgrimage. Footy on the Tiwi Islands. It's fast, free-flowing and deeply loved. It's the perfect time to visit. The Tiwi Bombers are approaching their 20-year anniversary. The women's team is nearing its 5th anniversary and desperate to get its first win of the season.
Let's start from the bounce, eh? We got this, Bill. Bombers on 3! 1, 2, 3! Stop! When I first started, helping, we didn't have much that was happening for the women, because a lot of us used to play in Darwin, with other sports, so it was good finally that the women over here could do something, you know, and young mothers as well, for them to know you don't have to have a family and that's it, you stay at home.